Good day all, South African Prep here. So thank you very much for everybody that has been commenting and sharing and liking. I've said this before, we make zero on YouTube, so we are doing this for you, the viewer, and for ourselves, the Boer Nation. So I've made a couple of videos about cultural independence, and I've tried my best to explain this. So I've had quite a fair number of comments, some good comments, some religious comments, and then some, let's call them 50%er comments. Because if white people talk about independence, it seems like certain individuals are scared of it, I think. And then they tend to fall back on the, we're trying to start apartheid again. Now, the previous video I made 5 reasons why we should look at cultural independence is specifically because of the differences of cultures. And maybe I should try and explain this to the 50%ers, because it's got nothing to do with you as a black person. In fact, it has all to do with you as a black person. You see, currently there's a big grouping of 50%ers that have benefited from the current system. I'll give you one example. You've seen the videos of the university students going around universities, trashing the universities, screaming and shouting at white kids because they are apparently privileged. But yet these black kids are also in university, so they are also privileged. You see, it's easy to talk from a place of privilege if you don't actually know what is really happening on the ground. It's the same as the parliament members crying about apartheid and crying about the oppressed. They are not oppressed. The current government has been in power for 30 years. They've got no idea what it is to work hard, to try and earn a living, to put food on the table. They are totally disconnected from the reality on the ground. So, let me try and explain cultural independence to you, the 50% one. You've got 2 sets of people, doesn't matter what their color is. And let's use the example of Italians versus Germans. Okay, that's a stupid example, but the Italians, they eat spaghetti and meatballs. Okay, and the German, they eat potatoes and chicken schnitzels. Okay, same color, same area more or less, because they border next to each other, yet they eat different and they speak different languages. It doesn't mean that they are hating each other. It doesn't mean that they dislike each other. It is just that the one tribe eats in a certain way and the other tribe eats in a certain way. And in order for us to respect each other, and I do believe one can delve into why the borders around the world are like they are and all of that stuff. I believe in borders separating different people eating different ways. Sorry for explaining that to you 80%ers. I'm trying to explain that to the 50%ers now. And it's exactly the same with white people and black people as well. I've personally got no quarrel with black people. In fact, I would love for the Zulus to look after themselves, and the Xhosas, and the Pedis, and the Shonas, and the Sothos, and the Ntebeles, and the Vendas. I think I've forgot 1 or 2. But anyway, that'll be wonderful if they could govern over themselves. Now it's been made difficult, and I've said this before. The ANC has been trying to teach black people a different history than the real history. And one of the parts of our history is where black tribes used white people to protect them. They traded land for protection because the Zulus at that stage of the history were busy destroying other tribes. So we're wiping them out. So the policy of the Zulu tribe at that stage is go into village, kill all the men, kill all the boys, keep the women and the babies, and integrate them into the Zulu kingdom or the Zulu system or the Zulu culture or whatever you want to call it. So conquering has always been part of the world. Okay, one tribe conquers the other tribe, one tribe dominates over the other tribe, and that is why cultural independence, what the apartheid government actually tried to do, is to make sure that one tribe doesn't dominate over another tribe. So let's go back to my 50% example. The Germans with their schnitzels and potatoes, because there's a border, can't now go over to the Italians and tell them, listen buddy, you should not eat spaghetti and meatballs anymore, you should now eat schnitzels and potatoes. That's how it's going to work. But because there are borders, everybody respects everybody. And then if they cross over to benefit from each other, that's called trade, by the way. South African government, it's called trade. 50% is damn. It works. It's been done for hundreds and thousands of years. If you want to go religious, the Bible also speaks about stick to your own kind. Birds of a feather flock together. Even nature shows us. A group of elephants don't go try and integrate with a group of zebras, for an example. It just does. A group of lions don't go try and integrate with hyenas. Nature doesn't work that way if you want to compare it to nature. Anyway, so thank you 50%ers. Guys, don't worry. Don't even bother with them. Don't even try and argue with them. It doesn't work. They've been brainwashed the last 50 years and believing shit. And you know what's going to end up happening in South Africa? A lot of people are going to get hurt because of the legislation and the expropriation stuff. A lot of people are going to get hurt, and a lot of people are going to go hungry. It's not going to end up well if we're not going to be able to take ourselves away from the situation. Please like, share and subscribe, and God bless.